Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Tuesdays with Dr. T. So, I have asked in my Instagram what sort of videos should I, create today, and I got a bunch of questions. And I thought the best thing is rather than making 14 different videos, how about I answer all of the questions in short? So that is what we are gonna do today. So the first question comes from Rajput. She says, gut healing fruits and vegetables. Very, very interesting question. So the gut healing fruits and vegetables are mostly non-starchy fruits and vegetables that are often called as superfood. Okay, superfood. So for example, mostly green vegetables, green leafy vegetables are very good for your child's gut, for your gut as well. It helps with detoxification because that contains a lot of chlorophyll and green pigments. That is the greatest thing for your child's gut healing and detoxification, okay? Apart from that, you have to make sure that you are not giving your child starchy vegetables or fruits. For example, starchy vegetables would be potato, sweet potato, and things like that. So instead of potato and sweet potato, you can give rutabaga. And I personally like to give my kids mostly cruciferous vegetables because those have some really amazing nutritional benefits to them, which helps with blood sugar control, which helps with hyperactivity, which helps with your child's brain development. Okay, so I have created a video on diet charts, and I have talked a little bit on the diet part, on the fruits and vegetables, and what kind of things that you can or cannot give to your child. So that video, I will try to link it in the description or in the card, and you can see it from there. All right, the second question from Rana: how to improve eye contact? So here's the thing. You cannot improve eye contact or behavior or head banging or hyperactivity with tips. I'm sorry to say, you might not like this, but the problems that your child have, they cannot be solved or recovered or cured with tips or hacks. You have to understand why your child is having those troubles and find the root cause and work through the root cause. So to improve eye contact, I have seen from my experience working with more than 200 kids at this point, and that is when we work on the gut healing, when we work on the brain development, when we work on the detoxification, the diet, the 5 pillars that I teach, what happens is automatically your child starts improving their eye contact. And do you know what happens when eye contact is there? When your child is having good eye contact, that actually means that your child is now being aware of what is going on around him, and that he will be able to learn things better, to be able to grow speech and follow commands and do everything that your child can actually do. So to improve eye contact, you have to work on the gut healing and brain development. There is no shortcut. You cannot force your child to look at you, okay? You cannot bribe your child to look at you. Your child will look at you when he feels interested in what's going on. And the reason why a lot of, other ADHD kids have less interest is because their brain is always in a stressed state, okay? Autism and also related spectrum kids, their blood sugar level, their blood cortisol level, their hormonal levels, their other levels are always under attack. There's always deficiency. So when we work through those things, your child's eye contact will definitely improve, okay? All right, so Mubin asked, stimming or regression during detox, what to do? Thank you. You're welcome. So stimming or regression during detox, first of all, have you make sure that your child's all detox pathways are open? Because there is no point trying to pull out and bring out stored toxin and release them into the blood if the stored toxins are not exiting the body. Okay, so a lot of the time the kids have stored they have the toxins or neurotoxins stored in tissues or cells. Okay, so when you start detoxification, those stored toxins is being released from the cell. So when the stored toxins are released, where do they go? They roam around in the blood, and then blood brain barrier is not very strong for autistic kids whose gut has not been healed, and then those neurotoxins goes to the brain and then starts acting up. Okay, which is why we have to make sure that, first of all, to be safe, you have to do the detox under a professional person who knows her thing or his thing that he's doing. Okay, steer clear from DIY things that you can buy from the internet, because I have recently been getting a lot of DMs from parents saying that they are being hoodwinked, they are being cheated by profiles and pages claiming of detoxes, and they're buying things that are either not working or they are causing destruction for the child. So to answer your question, to reduce the streaming or regression, first of all, you need to make sure that you're working under a professional who knows their thing. Number two, to make sure that your child's detox channels or pathways are open, so that whenever he is detoxing, the things are coming out of the system. So the detox channels or pathways are pee, poo, sweating and things like that. Okay. The third thing, or fourth, I'm not sure, part is to make sure that your child is hydrated properly, he's having physical activity, he's sleeping better, sleeping more, taking rest, because when your child is going through a detox, the body is actually under a little bit of stress, right? So if the child is not moving, then the body cannot be really able to push out the toxin from the body. Okay. And then when your child is sleeping, sleep is like the miracle cure. When your child is sleeping better, he will automatically, his body will heal and recover. Okay. And then the last thing that you have to make sure when you are doing detox is you go slow. It's better to be slow and not seeing fast result than to go very fast and then have stimming and all of these regressive issues. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Nikhat said, would our kids regress again? So here's the thing. For my students, I tell my students, when you are following my program or protocol, you have to follow it for at least 2 years. Why? Because when you give your child enough time on a certain protocol that has been proven to work, for example, our one, then what happens is you are giving the child's brain enough time to recover most of the cracks and holes, for in layman's term. I'm not saying they have cracks and holes in their head. I'm saying this to make you understand, because we speak with, so many people from different backgrounds, right? So it has to be ensured that your child's brain got enough time to repair and for the repair to be stable. So if, for example, now we have been following the, gluten-free, dairy-free and all of those lovely, nice things for like 4 years now, right? So the first 2 years is when you will go through the strict diet and strict lifestyle and all of those things. After that, you will follow a more lenient, healthier approach. Okay, you will follow a more lenient, healthier approach. When you follow those things, the results will stick. Regression happens when you start going back to your previous lifestyle, your previous chemical based, junk food based, all of those problems. If you start going back to the life, the results will start coming back. This is so easy to accept. Sometimes I even think, like, why won't a parent want to accept this thing? Regression can happen just like you can gain weight back if you start eating bad food or start having bad life choices. Does that make sense? Because when you want to keep on having a good result, you have to keep on being on the healthy journey. I hope that makes sense. Okay. How long does it take to see results? A very common question that I get from a lot of our students as well. So students, I mean those who want to join the program. So inside the program, what happens is we start seeing results in as simple as 2 weeks also. So what do we mean by results? So for some kids, having better eye contact is an improvement. Slowing down from hyperactivity to calming down is a good result. No sleep to sleep is a good result. Eating junk food or severe picky eater to eating healthy food is a good result. So all of those things happens in gradation. So what I say is our full program usually starts getting like 30-40% improvement within the first 6 months. And within the first 6 months, if your child is under 5 years old, 5 or under, he will start speaking, inshallah. Okay, I'm not sure which whether you were talking about your protocol, because the question only says how long does it take to see result. So if you are following our protocol, you can see results as little as 2 weeks, and usually by 6 months you have seen more than enough to know that you are on the right path. Detox spray, good or bad? Bad, 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 bad. Bad, bad, and bad. Please do not buy all of this detox spray, PB, zeolite, fulvic acid, silver. Why? Because even though some of those things sounds like they're natural, they are not really natural. And they are either ineffective or they are gonna cause harm to your child, because those things, for example, zeolite, okay? Zeolite itself is a natural mineral, so it is supposed to hold on to the heavy metals. Zeolites are like nature's chelation therapy, okay? It works by grabbing and holding on to heavy metals, okay? But since it has high affinity towards holding on to heavy metals, the zeolite that if you are buying the medium grade, low grade zeolites, which is affordable, yeah, and then they are already hooked up with the heavy metal, because that is how they are formed in the nature. Get it? So the highest quality zeolites, which gives about 30-40% results, are the one which are expensive, which you don't want to even buy. Okay, so most of the times our parents, they want to try DIY and they do not give themselves permission to invest in the child, or maybe they invest in lower short courses, and then you think like you are buying this thing $100 here, $200 here, $50 here, $70 there. You keep on spending in low cost in solutions, right? So what happens is when they add up, they will actually add up to a bigger number. But since you are spending small amount in one go, you forget that they are adding up. Yeah, that is how people rake up credit card bill, because you keep on spending here, 50 here, 70 there. You actually forget that this 50, 70, 200, 500 actually aims up. The best course of action to do is to go for a program that is built in with good quality support, and then also it is working through natural based solution, and it is not supplement heavy or supplement forward solution. Why? Because you need to teach your child's body to be able to detox itself. Because how long are you going to be detoxing your child? Tell me. How long are you going to be detoxing your child? So the sustainable thing is to make sure that your child's body recovers so that it can do its job for the way Allah has created your child's body. Hope that helps. Next question from Noshi. Overcoming picky eating. So I have created several videos on picky eating. I will link some in the description or in the card if it's possible. And then you can also search in my YouTube, Overcoming Picky Eating. Okay, and you will get a lot of in-depth things about that. Next question from Khadija, I guess. First day at school. Very nice question. So I have created, I think, a series last year in my Instagram on how to ease your child into schooling, and I am planning on making an in-depth tutorial and training about first day of school. So I will write that down somewhere and we will talk about it in details because this is something that we need to really focus on. I will try my best to bring in special schooling, but I don't have experience in special schooling. Why? Because my first and foremost interest was to send my child to a regular school, because kids learn from their environment. If a child, how many times, very simple thing. So your child was born and he learned about burger because he saw somebody eating burger and then he got a taste of the burger. Similarly, a child starts hitting when they learn that hitting is an option. Make sense? So similarly, if I am sending my kid to special school where there are severe kids, people who are headbanging, hitting, biting each other, even though your child is not showing those things, he will learn from those kids, okay? And if you want your child to learn speech, to develop, he needs to be around kids who are already developed, already are able to speak, so that your child can see and learn from that, okay? So I will try my best to make a video on the first day of school. How does inulin help? So inulin is like a prebiotic, probiotic combo kind of thing. And although it's fiber based, but I have seen kids react to inulin very badly. I myself, as an adult of 37-year-old, I tried inulin. I got bad tummy ache, and please don't give your child inulin. It doesn't work. It's not a nice thing. Don't do it, okay? Sense of danger on ASD kids. So your kid will learn about danger and how to avoid them when your kid's brain is understanding that. And you cannot teach him, and just trying to keep him safe is not the final destination. The final destination is for brain development. So when your child's brain is developed through the gut healing, through the diet, through the detoxification, through the 5 pillars that I talk about, then your child automatically will be able to have all the life skills needed for an independent life, because pointing out to individual problems is not going to be the final solution. Why? Because as a human being, he needs to learn so many thousands of different things, because adulting is a hard thing. You yourself know how hard it is for you. So we need to build resilience. We need to build understanding of situations, and how we can do that for ADHD or autism kids through brain development. There is no other alternative to brain development, okay? I hope that helps, because I am not here to give you band-aid solutions. I hate band-aid solutions. I hate overcomplicated solutions. I hate to work too much. I love simple solutions that I can do easily and that works. And that is what we are all about, okay? All right, yes, the last question. Is that the last question? No, there are some, yeah, probably. So to make a video on hyperactivity, here's the thing. How could I have not create an in-depth, at least 30 minutes video on hyperactivity? I don't know. I have been doing all of these videos for like 2 years or more than 3 years now, right? So yes, thank you, Priyanka. I will make a in-depth hyperactivity video next week, inshallah, if everything is fine and well. I do have short video on hyperactivity. I have recently shared them in my channel. You can go and watch them. And that brings us to the end of today's session. How did you like it? Let me know in the comments. If you have questions, or if you want to do Q&A based videos in future, let me know in the comments, and also ask your questions so that I can pick up those questions, and in the next session of a Q&A with Dr. T, probably, we will have your questions answered. And until then, please ensure that there is no alternative to brain development for your child, because any small things, because ADHD, autism comes with a spectrum of problems, okay? Trying to pinpoint individual problem is the wrong approach. The best approach is to see from outside, okay? The bigger picture is that the child's brain is having difficulty doing certain things. So if we recover the brain, if we help the brain to develop, then all the problems that your child is having currently is gonna go away, inshallah, okay? Or at least reduce, okay? Until then, Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to know that. And share this video with other people. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to the other parent who's looking for a solution. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.